You're spending a small fortune on supplements. You're cutting out the sugar. You're trying the latest diet. Maybe you're like me and you've tried the low FODMAP, keto, carnivore, or low histamine. You might have been diagnosed with severe gut issues like candida, SIBO, or suffer from severe constipation, and yet you still feel exhausted, bloated, or just plain off. So if you've ever felt like you're doing everything right but getting nowhere, then you need to see this, because the problem might not be the supplement that you chose. The real problem is that your body might not be in a state to actually use it. In this video, I'm going to expose the hidden saboteur as what could be making you waste your money and show you the one thing that you have to do first, the thing that worked for me, and especially when nothing else did. And this helped me finally start healing and feeling like myself again. So when you've been sold a very convincing story, maybe it goes like this: you must be deficient in something. Maybe you have brain fog, then you're going to need a nutrient. You can't sleep, then you're missing a mineral. Well, really, the multi-billion-dollar supplement industry is practically built on a simple formula that every single symptom, there is a pill that can fix it. And honestly, it seems pretty logical. We live in a world where our soil is less nutrient rich, and our food is often processed, and our lives are more and more demanding than ever. So it makes sense that we might need a little extra help. So we scroll past influencers with these perfect skin and boundless energy, and basically they credit a long list of pricey powders and pills. And then we read articles about the magic of magnesium or the wonders of vitamin D, so we really buy into it. And we try all the diets, hoping to restrict our way back to health. And we turn our kitchen cabinets in these supplement graveyards, and we are down to a handful of capsules every morning. I was taking over 30 a day. So for many of us, it's just exhausting, and it doesn't work. The digestive issues stick around, the brain fog sits around, it refuses to lift, and we're doing everything that we're told to do, but we still feel stuck, like we're failing at being healthy. So what if the whole premise is actually flawed? What if piling more and more on top of an already overwhelmed, hypersensitive nervous system just isn't effective and actually making things worse? So the hidden reason is that it feels like nothing is working isn't about what you're adding, it's the state of the system that you're adding it to. So really, it isn't a lack of vitamin C or lack of zinc that's the issue. It's a dysregulated nervous system stuck in survival mode. So let me explain. So your body has an ancient hardwired security system, and when it senses a threat, whether it's a tiger in the jungle or a passive-aggressive email in the inbox, it sounds the alarm. So this is the sympathetic nervous system, better known as the fight, flight, freeze response. And your brain's threat detector, the amygdala, cues a flood of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart races, your muscles tense up, and your senses go on high alert, all prepared for the immediate life-saving action. So it's really a brilliant system for short-term crisis. But in our modern world, the alarm really never shuts off. The constant drip of deadline, financial worries, social pressures, and the 24/7 news cycling keeps the brain convinced that there's a perpetuality of danger, and our bodies get locked in this chronic low-grade chronic fight or flight, which is also known as survival mode. And here's the kicker: when your body believes it's fighting for survival, it really shuts down the non-essential systems. And one of the first to get deprioritized is going to be digestion. Your body literally diverts blood flow and energy away from the digestive tract, and it can reduce the production of stomach acid and digestive enzymes, both of which are really critical for breaking down food and absorbing nutrients. So I personally experienced this with severe gut issues like SIBO, candida, horrible constipation that no diet could fix because my gut simply wasn't in a state to receive or process anything properly. So you can swallow the most expensive, highest quality supplement in the world, but if your body is in a state of alarm, it's like trying to get a package delivered to a house that's on fire. So that's why you can take B vitamins and still feel drained. And that's why you might be taking magnesium for relaxation, but your body is really just burning through its stores just to really manage its stress response. So this is really what's going on. And it's not just the food, it's the fact that your nervous system is on high alert, and a body on high alert just can't properly digest, it can't properly heal, and it certainly can't rest. So this isn't just a nice theory, it's basic biology. So the system that controls this whole stress response is called the HPA axis. And think of it as your body's emergency broadcast system. So what happens is when your When your brain perceives stress, it sends a signal down to the axis telling the adrenal glands to release cortisol. And cortisol isn't the villain it's made out to be, but it gives you a burst of energy and reduces inflammation in the short term. But when stress becomes chronic, the HPA axis gets thrown just all out of whack. And this has major downstream effects. First, it directly messes with your gut, and prolonged stress alters the balance of your gut microbiome, creating the perfect environment for bad bacteria and yeast and infections to take over, which is a key factor in conditions like candida and SIBO and leaky gut. Because it also increases intestinal permeability, which is also known as leaky gut, which can trigger body-wide inflammation. So when your gut is inflamed, your digestion is compromised. Absorbing nutrients becomes way more difficult. And research shows that chronic stress can increase the body's use of key minerals like magnesium and zinc. So you could literally be flushing the very nutrients you're paying for down the toilet. Second, a frazzled nervous system keeps your body in a catabolic state, which is a state of breakdown, breaking down muscle tissue for quick energy and prioritizing immediate survival over long-term repair. So healing by its very nature is an anabolic process, a state of building up. And you simply can't be in a breakdown mode and a repair mode at the same time. It's like basically driving a car with one foot slammed on the gas and the other one on the brake. So you're just going to burn the fuel and wear out the engine without going anywhere. And this is why you feel stuck. You're giving your body the building blocks with good food and supplements, but your internal environment, which is governed by your nervous system, is just stuck on breakdown. So it's the main signal your brain is sending to every cell is we're not safe. And as long as that's the primary signal, there's no amount of kale or creatine that's going to override it. So this is so important that we at least understand what's going on in the body so that we can start doing something about it. So if the problem is an overactive alarm system, the solution isn't to buy a better fire extinguisher. The solution is to teach your brain that it's okay to take its finger off the alarm button. And this is what finally worked for me after years of failed diets and supplements and all kinds of treatments. It all came down to retraining my brain. You have to shift your nervous system out of the sympathetic fight or flight state and into the parasympathetic rest and digest state. And this is the only state where your body can properly heal, digest food, and actually use the nutrients that you give it. So before you spend another cent on supplements, I challenge you to do 2 simple free things for the next 30 days. Now, they're not quick fixes, but they are practices to retrain your brain and prove to your body that it is safe. So breathing patterns that neuroscientists have shown can rapidly calm the nervous system. It's incredibly simple. Just take 2 sharp inhales through the nose, a big one, and then another quick one on top to fully inflate your lungs, followed by a long, slow exhale through the mouth. And that's it. 2 inhales and 1 long exhale. And I want you to set a reminder to do this just 2 minutes, 3 times a day. This is a direct manual override for your body's stress response. Second, mindful grounding for 5 minutes. And this is about bringing your awareness out of the chaotic, stressful thoughts in your head and into the physical reality of the present moment. Find a quiet place to sit, and now just identify 3 things that you hear. Maybe it's a low hum of the fridge, maybe you can hear the birds singing outside, or the sound of your own breath. And next, identify 3 things that you can feel: the chair supporting your back, the texture of your jeans on your skin, or the temperature of the air. Finally, take 3 slow, deep breaths. And this simple practice of orienting to your senses tells your brain's threat detection system that there's no tiger here. In this moment, you're safe. And these 2 practices cost nothing, but they are way more important than any supplement because they target the root cause. And they are a direct conversation with your nervous system. And by doing them consistently, you're teaching your body a new pattern. You're showing it how to shift gears from that red alert to the all clear. So let me be clear, I'm not saying all supplements are useless forever, and I'm not saying that at all, but they can be powerful tools, but only when they're used at the right time. So think of it this way: if you have a house that has a cracked and crumbling foundation, basically hiring the world's best interior designer is a complete waste of money. You have to fix the foundation first. And once you begin to regulate your nervous system and your body starts spending more time in the rest and digest state, your digestion's going to improve, and your ability to absorb and use nutrients will increase. And this is when at this time, this is when targeted supplementation becomes truly effective. This is the time to get some blood work done and see if you have any actual measurable deficiencies. So at this point, certain supplements that support your nervous system, they can be great to use in addition to the nervous system work. Things like L-theanine, that can promote relaxation without making you drowsy. Adaptogens like maca or ashwagandha or rhodiola can help your body modulate the stress response. And of course, replenishing key minerals like magnesium, especially magnesium glycinate, can be incredibly beneficial once your body is able to absorb and use it properly. But it won't address the root cause, which is the nervous system stuck in fight or flight. But they are the second step, not the first. So they're the support crew, not the main character. The main character in your health is going to be a regulation. So we want to get your nervous system more resilient. So for years, you've been chasing supplements and you've been trying to plug holes in a sinking ship with an expensive pill, with restrictive diets, all while ignoring the fire raging in the engine room. But the constant fatigue, the bloating, the brain fog, the SIBO, candida, they're not just signs of deficiency. They're really cries for help from a body that's stuck in survival mode. And the most powerful thing that you can do for your health isn't to just add another supplement, but it's to teach your body that it's safe again and to rebuild these new, healthier neural pathways. So yeah, I'm just really excited to share this with you. If this message speaks with you and you're looking for extra support, I'd love to invite you to check out our recovery system program. It's a clear step-by-step system that walks you through step-by-step and shows you exactly what to focus on each and every single day so you can confidently take manageable and intentional steps towards breaking free from those chronic symptoms. So I'll put a link in the description below, and I'm excited. Just tell me in the comments below, what supplements have you tried and what's worked for you, and if you're going to try these breathwork tools. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.